YouTube, what's the righteous word? It's your boy Gangland Neem, aka Neiman, I before the E, man. Golly, I don't know y'all. Remember that. And we back with another video. So right here, we about to get into the story of Dipset. Now, this ain't like a long history lesson or anything like that, but we do see what's going on between Cam and Jim Jones. And if anybody knows anything about Dipset, or Cam and Jimmy's relationship, you know that this goes on ever so often. But when I look back on things, I kind of think that this is all Jim Jones' fault. Jim Jones hops out the window, does erratic things, and then Camron got to respond to it. Let's just be honest. You know what I'm saying? So what we're going to do is just walk down a few things from where I remember. You know what I mean? So walk with your boy. Now, the first clip we're going to get into is 50 Cent at Hot 97 with Angie Martinez. I believe this was like 2007 or something like that. And Camron called in with Alan Grunblatt. You know, everybody remember how 50 Cent was at this time. And he was, oh, I'm stepping on everything. I'm doing it up, whoop, right? So Cam was basically telling him, bro, Jimmy doing the same thing that you saying you and your peoples is doing. And Jimmy doing this on an independent label, right? So again, I'm just pointing out the fact that, yo, this is like Camron taking up for Jim Jones. So let's get into this.
Who is it?
Camron and Alan Grunblatt from Koch Records.
Camron.
Camron, let's talk.
What's your relationship with Cam? Do you
We
have
don't have
one?
problems. We good.
No problems.
Yeah, I ain't had no issues with him.
Won't say?
Is he by himself?
We got to work out this phone situation because there's going to be a lot of calls today.
Yeah, is Jimmy with him?
Koch Records.
Your relationship with Dipset is good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually,
Can you guys hear me?
Who is that?
Is it Alan Grunblatt? I'm the general manager of Koch Records.
yeah.
Hi, Alan.
Hey, how
What's
you
up,
doing?
Alan?
Hey, Angie, thanks for all your support and everything. You know?
What about me, Alan?
What's that?
What about me?
Hi.
How you doing?
Doing good.
You want to talk? You want to be on the air?
That's
like
good.
an artist?
Hey, yeah, you know what? You know, just because I've been just hearing a lot of negativity, and, you know, Koch Records, we distribute Diplomat Records, and, you know,
Yeah, well, diplomats are cool, but put Cam on the phone.
Diplomat Records, and we pay them.
Put
$7
Camron on
a
the phone.
unit, and, you know,
Put Camron on the phone.
hang on.
Hold on a second. Hello?
Cam, what's up, baby?
50, what up, baby?
Everything
I
good.
just want to step in because I heard you could shut things down over here, and I just want to make sure what's going on. You know, they owe me some things over here. I just want to see what's going on. You can shut down Diplomat projects.
I'm not talking about diplomats. Cam,
Huh?
you really want that?
Nah, that's what I was asking. Can you do it? That's what I'm asking.
What I'm saying to you is, listen, let me explain something to you.
No,
I'm
no,
saying
I'm
to you, I
listening,
got
brother.
projects over there.
You
I just
signed
allowed, I
Prodigy
just
over
signed
there.
off, I just signed
You just
off
did
to,
Prodigy deal over
right,
there,
I
didn't
just
you?
let him do that deal, homeboy.
Exactly. So why would you let him do a deal at Koch, a place that you think is the graveyard?
It is the graveyard.
So why would you let your man?
The only one, you know what it
Why
is?
would you let your buddy that you mess with?
Because he asked for it. Like, I don't hold people against their will. See, Cam, let me tell you something. Look, let me tell you something about me. Listen.
Wait. Here, let's do this. Wait. Cam.
I don't know what everybody else gets. I'm sitting in
No.
the office.
Listen, let me tell you something.
I
Look.
was flipping on Koch. Let me explain something to you about Koch Records. They made 600. They signed a road. They sold their company for $80 million to a company called Row Entertainment.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Go ahead,
I'm
go.
letting the world know.
They just
So
sold
anyway,
portions of it in
They
Canada.
sold the company for $80 million. Last year, Row Entertainment made $600 million, according to the Canadian Wall Street Journal. Koch put a deal on the table for me for $7 million. I said, what are you talking about? That's not 1% of $600 million. So currently, when I was on my rampage talking about Koch owe me cake, yeah, they just made close to $1 billion in the last 2 years, and I'm not taking $10 million off $1 billion.
How'd that make you feel?
But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to explain to you, you talk about you Koch as the graveyard, you just let your man
It
come
is
over
a
here
graveyard.
and you say
If you
you
got,
gonna
listen,
shut
let me
down
tell you something.
any
Look,
Koch
if you
project.
got, now
I
check this
wanna
out.
see
Look,
you shut down the Diplomat project.
initially when I'm saying that, that's where you go when the majors, don't act like the general public doesn't know that this is where the artists go after.
Turn that up a little. I can't
The
hear
majors
you.
don't act. Can you hear me, Cam?
I ain't there, brother.
Okay. Like, we clear that everybody is visible that this is where artists go after the majors won't invest in them anymore.
All right, let me explain something to you. I got 3 different distributions. I got Def Jam, which is
Listen.
a major. When I got Warner Brothers, which is a major.
Yeah, and the
Koch is
reason
my
why,
own
look,
independent.
let me tell you,
No. Let me
Cam, for
tell
one
you
second.
Wait,
Before
Cam,
you-
let's hear. Cam, hold up, Cam, because you.
I get 3 different.
We're not talking about your money,
Warner
Cam.
Brothers,
Listen to this. Check this out. Look. If you got, look,
Well, okay,
when you was on Def Jam,
We gotta let each side say.
all
What
right, check this out, Cam.
I'm listening.
Let him rock for a second.
a huge
Where did
portion
Lloyd
of your
Banks finish
success.
at? How much Lloyd Banks sold?
Well, Lloyd Banks is at 300,000.
And he's on Amazing. Jim is at 300,000.
Right. And that's great for Jimmy, but Jimmy's not, listen, look, that's great for Jimmy. Like, every time I talk about balling, you know what, Cam? If you want to do...
Lloyd Banks is at 300,000. Jim Jones is at 300,000.
Yeah.
Jim Jones is on an independent. Lloyd Banks is on Yellow.
But Lloyd Banks has more money than Jim Jones, and when you want to talk on that level. See, you get ready to turn it into something else. Check this out.
What is you talking about? Then you like Prodigy? Come over here.
Yeah, I let him do a deal over there because he asked to do the deal over there, and I said, you know what? You can go if you want to do that.
How much Mobb Deep sold this year?
All right, y'all gotta.
Curtis. Yo, Curtis, how much did Mobb Deep sell this year?
You're not going to be, you can ready to cause a whole different situation. Watch this.
Curtis, how much
Let's
did the Mobb
not
sell
make it a
this year?
different situation.
He thinks that it's good. He thinks that it's good to go in the competition. I'm not going to stop competing.
How much did the Mobb sell, Curtis?
Let me tell you something. The difference between Dipset and the average artist that signs to
How much did fucking Mobb
Whoa,
Deep
all right,
sell?
we gotta shut him
How
off.
much the Mobb and how much Lloyd Banks sold?
Monse.
Doing the same numbers you
Monse, we gotta cut it, honey.
the difference
Cam,
between...
I'm sorry, baby. And I want to be fair to everybody, but
Now listen,
we
the
can't
difference
have people
between-
curse. We can't. Even you, Cam, can't curse.
The average...
Now, y'all all heard that audio, you know what I'm saying? You see the visual and all that. Hopefully, they don't copyright strike your boy for that. But, you know what I'm saying? You can see how Cam was talking about Jimmy. Hey, we doing it up over here. We'll do it the whoop stomp. Bow. So you see how Cam was carrying it for Jim. Now, this next clip we're going to get into, I believe this was about 2007 as well, right? I think this was in the same exact year, right? Now, what's going on right now is Cam wanted to take a little step back from Dipset because his mother was going through some different stuff or whatever. God bless her soul. So he stepped back from Dipset. I believe Jimmy had an issue with that. So 50 Cent saw that there was blood in the water. And you know how 50 was at this moment. So he sharked the situation. He has Jimmy come up to Rap City, the basement, and act like he about to give him a deal or something. He gonna sign him to G Unit, and everybody know that Cam and Fifth wasn't rocking like that. Now let's get into this clip.
And I'm back. It's your boy 50 Cent bringing you more Rap City. It's going down right here. I know this is your favorite show right now because I'm on it. And I told y'all earlier I was going to bring somebody new in the G Unit. I might have a new signing, I might not. You see, I got the whole G Unit here. We're going to get it going. You got back there. Ah! Oh, man. Hey, what you know? What you know? What's it? It's your man Jim Jones right here. Bought you the biggest record of last year, right?
Oh yeah, we had a nice
what we
time
call
last
that
year.
one? What we call that
was
one?
balling. We still balling. What's poppin', big baby?
Was balling. You know, so
man, we got this.
So why was you here? Right? Well, we gotta do that one time. Tell me how to show you how you do it.
You got to pass me the ball for
That's how we gotta do that.
Throw you the ball, baby.
You know what I mean?
Shit, we here. I just came to show some support. You know,
That's
I
what's
respect Gina. G Unit is one of the few movements that I do respect in this game and things like that. You know me, I'm a hustler, so I'm always open for money and things like that. But,
That's what this is. This is the ultimate hustler version of Rap City right here.
It's still diplomats, though, baby.
Yeah. Let's talk about how like what you got going on.
Oh, now you know I got a new deal pending. I don't want to break no hearts and shake the tables too much, but somebody to offer me a whole bunch of money that I can't refuse and things like that.
Well,
but,
don't blow that till negotiations is done.
I'm not gonna blow that up too much, but I think it's pretty much done. You dig? But besides that, the album coming out, y'all look forward to that Bird Gang album, Dipset, G Unit. Don't be scared.
That's right. We brought you Jim Jones. We brought you Jim Jones, and be surprised because we got more surprises to come. More Rap City.
Now, y'all see that right there, like, bro, you supposed to be Dipset, talking about G Unit, this, that, and the other. And bro said, you know, it's still Dipset, but that looks nasty. Especially why Cam going through what he going through with his mother having a stroke and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, how is that holding it down for your brother or Dipset? I'm gonna just be real. That was a nasty, nasty look. Now, in between the next like 10 years after this, bro, right? Jimmy just keeps throwing shots at Cam. That's what he's doing. He got some issue with Cam. He keep throwing shots at Cam. But this next clip we about to get into, this is Jim Jones going on Funk Flex crying, talking about how, you know, Camron abandoned Dipset. Let's get into this.
These clowns and all these. But boy, if you really get to live this last 20 years that I lived, you would understand, boy. I put everything on the line for this. And I took it with a smile. Even when niggas doubted me, niggas down me, when I was on trial and niggas told me I need to take the plea. Take what plea? We don't take pleas, nigga. You heard? By the grace of God, the trial gets dismissed because they couldn't find enough evidence of a shootout that happened on uptown over Camron. You heard? I went to trial over shit like that. I went to court over shit like that. Every time you see me in the news, it was over diplomats. When I get sued and shit like that, it be over diplomats. When I'm kicking ass, when I come to the club 30 deep, it did what? It made the diplomats look good. You heard? When I'm banging blood, it was good for them, right? It was good when it was good for them. You heard? When it wasn't good for them, oh, nobody wanted to be a part of the Bloods. But when the Bloods became popping and it became the notoriety of the Bloods started becoming, oh, everybody wanted to turn blood. No, I didn't put that on camera because I was glamorizing. I put that on camera because this is what we was going through, and this is what we was affiliated with. And we had a chance to do something great in life, which we did. We broke a lot of barriers. Kids from the middle of the gutter. I don't care if it was from the Bronx or Harlem. We started from nothing. We had no OGs. You heard? We had nobody to tell us what we was doing was right or what we was doing was wrong. We didn't have a blueprint. We had us. We had that love, we had that energy, we had the talent, we had the style, we had the charisma, we had Harlem. And I refuse to let anybody play us for anything short. You heard? Like, the shit we bring to this game, it would never be bring to this game in that fashion again. You heard? So when people get on this radio and try to discredit me in any fashion, I don't do that. I pick niggas up in the midst of whatever because I know what we went through. What we went through was a real thing. Joel's still my favorite rapper today. I told him that ever since I met him at age 16. And even today when he pushed, he just put a record out called Dipped in Coke. You know what I put? I put work, bro. I ain't got time for the frivolous shit. My personal problems has never been about the business. And everybody knows that. You heard? I've done a lot of things off of somebody's ego. A lot of the things that were done right over the diplomats, I feel were done off of good direction. And a lot of times it was smart and innovative things came from us, came from me. But a lot of the mistakes that we made were done off of ego, and I was with that. I was totally with it. I'm with the shits. If that's what we doing, that's what we doing. I'm bombing on everybody. Who don't like Cam? Who don't like Jewels? I don't give a fuck if you don't like me. I ain't here for that. And that's what I did. I kept that position. So when I be listening to interviews and niggas trying to play like, boy, don't play with me, boy.
Diplomats, right? When did you, Cam, because I know Jewels isn't in the, is not in the folders yet.
Jewels got in the folder early though.
He got in early, but when Diplomat starts to get screamed, how did that even come about? That it turned into an album, like because of course I knew Cam, and you know I knew Jimmy, because I don't even think it was Jim Jones then. I think I knew you was Jimmy. And when did you say you're gonna formulate? Because the Diplomats came a little bit after Entertainment. I guess he was out of the Epic deal, out of the Sony deal. And I felt like there wasn't a deal, and I started to hear the Diplomats talk on the mixtapes.
The Diplomats came about a long time ago when Cam first started doing music and stuff like that. This is when Six Figure Digger was still in the picture. And slowly but surely, even he was erased out of the picture for whatever went on at that moment in our life, which I feel he was cheated out of a lot of great things because he was there from the moment we started. But that's a whole nother story. But Six Figure Digger is the one that actually came up with the logo for the Diplomats. It was the eagle and put the Diplomat through it, and we had put the silk screening machine. He was making our own T-shirts, and this was early. This was probably like '98 we started.
It's considered Cam and the Diplomats.
Yes.
Right? Like it's not even, there's no Jewels rhyming, there's no Jim, there's no other rappers, not Zeke's not rhyming.
It was just you know, Cam and the Diplomats.
Which I think the first album was entitled Camron and the Diplomats, I believe. I don't think it was just Diplomats.
No, the first album was
Oh, Camron Presents.
Yeah, Camron Presents.
Okay, so now when does it evolve to Jim Jones and Jewels also having verses and being equal members? When does that start?
I was on every one of Cam's albums, and I sit down and help him create all his albums. You know what I mean? In the studios, long nights and all that from the beginning. Jewels came in on the SDE album, and that was like the last album that Cam did at Sony. And I remember Jewels had a couple of verses on there, and had a couple of verses on there. And probably was like 2000, maybe 99, something like that. That was right when we was getting off of Sony. At that time, we was in a real bad place, and me and Cam was trying to figure out how we evolve, and we was like, man, we need to sit down with Dame and get Dame to kind of do your management. And that kind of being like, he like, yeah, we need to do that. And also at that time, he was trying to get off of Sony, and we didn't know no other way to get off of Sony by being aggressive. So we went up into Sony. We went to Sony about 40 deep.
Who's the Sony person signing at the time?
Dave McPherson or something like that.
Dave McPherson, what's up, my brother?
Yeah,
you made a lot of money.
Yeah, we went into Sony with like 40 deep, a bunch of bloods. Me and Mad Disrespectful. Cam had the camera, cornered them, put them on camera. Told him, tell him you're gonna sign me off this label and all that type of shit. And it was kind of witty. It worked. They had the highest security for like a whole year over there. Probably, they thought, you know what I mean? But
so he lets him go.
He lets him go, and then Dame Dash starts to manage Cam, and just the whole around the whole time, the paid in full thing and all that started coming out, and then it was about to come about, and then he did the Diplomat deal was about to come about. But first, Cam did the deal with Roc-A-Fella. He did his first album on Roc-A-Fella. What was that? Come Home With Me.
Okay.
Right? That was the first album he did on Roc-A-Fella. After he did Come Home With Me, that album went platinum. So, you know, at that time, they was giving artists labels and all that type of shit. So once he did the platinum Come Home, when we started doing the Diplomat thing in the building, he had lobbied to get the Diplomat deal and all that. And at that time, Joel's was already bubbling and shit, because we had him on all the records for a few years and shit like that.
Now, I don't want to rush through this Roc-A-Fella Diplomat's marriage, Cam marriage, because this me outside looking in, this looked like the biggest you guys were getting, you know, in terms of, you know, you're growing as individuals, you're growing as individual artists, people start to know you individually. You're on Roc-A-Fella Def Jam, Dame Dash is involved, Jay-Z's on the label, Memphis Bleak, Siegel,
State Property.
State Property. And here is where there definitely seems to be happiness and friction. Like this is where I saw it start to change. And I remember the big I don't know if it was the big weekend, maybe Cam was made president or was made vice president. Something happened, and it was definitely a change.
It
at
definitely
some
was a
point.
jolt. I mean, personally, I felt like that put a jolt in the whole business up there. I mean, we was nowhere in the whole business spectrum. You know what I mean? So when by us starting to be hot and doing all the dope things, and then Diplomat getting on fire and Cam being on fire, you know, and Dame being a boss up there, he kind of, I guess he took that and ran with it, and then for the hype of what the media is saying and all that type of shit, he kind of put something on Cam that he should have probably talked to the rest of his counterparts about. I mean, but I don't know how that whole situation went, but I know from that day on, there's definitely been a jolt in that whole Roc-A-Fella system, not from no Diplomat side, from just how the shit was moved up there.
That the change? Was that when things changed in the Diplomat's relationship with Roc-A-Fella and Def Jam? Was that the changing point when Cam was named?
I think it was a.
What was the position Cam was given? When he was named vice president, was that when things started to change?
It definitely changed the mood up there. Because
was not changing before that. That's what changed it.
I believe that was what really changed the mood up there. Because before that, everything was dope. Like it was a real dope organization, the way that things was running up there. I mean, we were young, like I said, we didn't have no know-how, we just knew how to make records and learning as we went. So when we went in that building, we just was in there aggressive, and it just started working, and it seemed like everything we did was a hit. We couldn't touch nothing that didn't go platinum or gold and shit like that. And inside of the Roc-A-Fella building, the only one up there that was putting up numbers on the board besides Jay was Kanye.
Now Jay, I remember you know, this was a rumor. Remember the New York record that Cam had? What was it called?
When him and Jay went back and forth?
Yeah.
Welcome to New York.
Welcome to New York. Now, something I had heard at the time, and it was just, you know, no internet at the time, that it was difficult to get Jay to put his verse on that song. Was that even true or nonsense?
It wasn't that. It wasn't difficult to get Jay on that song at all.
Okay.
It wasn't that. It was we were signed there, and we was, you know, any other artist, nigga, we signed to Jay. What's up with Jay? Cam asking, like, it was, damn, like, what's up with Jay? I need that verse. I need that verse. I need that verse. So that's what it was. It wasn't him hard doing that record. Just, I need that verse. The way that record happened was actually the dopest shit I've seen in my life inside the baseline. You know what I mean? But as a young
How did it happen inside the baseline?
I'm about to tell you, but as a young artist coming into a label and us being fans, like, don't get it twisted. Me and Cam used to sit in our house on the big TV with the VCR and tape all the records we love. Twister was one of them. Every Jay-Z album or mixtape, anything we had on the VCR tape, any video we had, we watched our music from the video channels and shit like that. Me and Cam did. Like, we were total fans. We knew everybody record. Nas record, we was big fans. And Nas was like the flyest nigga to us in hip hop coming up in the day. Like, me and Cam were complete fans. But when you get in the game, I tell people like this all the time. It was something like when Iverson had to hit Jordan up. Like, we all competition now. As much as we're fans, we're competition.
We want to live. We want to live.
I wish we would have been on the same team, but at this point, I got to get my crossover on. You know what I mean? Like, so that's how that was. So now when we get there and shit like that, it's like, oh man, you know, vicariously, we like, man.
And Cam cocky.
Like,
you know, Cam walk. I know how he walk. Cam walk through the place like, you know, that look, that Harlem shit.
I know what the mission is. This is my boy. The mission is we gonna set fire up here. We in. We gotta show these niggas we the illest niggas possible. They got state prop. We gotta rise to the top up here. Whenever we go in the studio, we making bombs. Jewels have your verses. I watched Cam make Jewels do verses all day in the house. Don't come to the studio, ain't got like 9 verses, boy. We ain't writing nothing in there. We coming in and just bombing. You know what I mean? So at that whole time, so now, yo, when Jay gonna get on the record, yo. So you know that was the whole talks in the building. So when people probably say that, that's probably what they mean.
Okay, it was just trying to get it to happen.
The night the record came in, we come in the studio and baseline. Your man Jay came in like, yo, you ready? That's just how he told.
Was Cam there when Jay laid his verse?
Jay came in baseline, looked at Cam like, you ready? Cam came back here like, I think we about to do this shit. I'm like, what? He's like, wow, he just came in and asked me if I'm ready. You know? You heard? Clear out the studio. Just Blaze put the beat up.
Was it just them two in there?
In the studio, yeah. Them niggas wasn't allowed in that shit. And it was just them going, it was the illest shit I seen. Nigga. Cam goes in the booth in like 5 minutes flat. Cam come out, Jay go in the booth like 5 minutes flat. Cam go right back in the booth after that. Jay go right back in the booth after that. Cam go right back in the booth after that. Jay go right back in. Nigga was like, I thought they were swinging at each other. Like, it wasn't nobody gave no time to breathe. Niggas didn't have no, yo, I need to get my ball. Niggas wrote a whole song back to back. Shit was done in like 15 minutes. I'm lying, I'm flying. Ask anybody who was in there that night that witnessed that history would be like, nah, that shit was the illest battle ever. The illest battle ever, nigga.
Who we gonna make? We gonna have the best on this song. Nobody's getting spanked. We ain't allowing it.
Yo, if they had Instagram and Camp, nigga, and people would die to see that, man. It was like a revolving door, and the record came out so crazy. They put Jewels on the hook. I remember Cam like, yo, you telling Jewels, yo, write the fucking hook. You heard? Like, yo, get this fucking hook. You better get on this fucking record. This record gonna be big. Cam was a beast at music when it came to work ethic, and he knew what he needed to hear. He knew how he wanted to hear it. He knew what niggas needed to do. Like, we would be on tour, and I never take nothing away from niggas. We would be on tour, all of us, and Cam would be like, everybody write a 16 before the night is out, and we gonna battle each other at the end of the night. Now, he don't battle because he got the deal, but he making me, Jewels, J.R. Ryder, everybody battle. Every day you gotta write a new 16. This is how deliberate he was when it came to the shit. When Jewels wrote gangster music, the gangster music. Hey, we was in Chicago when Cam had bought a house in Chicago. Cam was getting all type of money, all type of money. I will not lie. That nigga was
I used to see Cam.
That nigga was busting up.
New York City. I forgot this, Jim. In between when he was signed, I'm gonna tell the story, Cam. In between Cam was signed, in between Roc-A-Fella and Sony, I used to see Cam on the car show tour hustling. When I used to come through Carolinas, the weirdest states I'd come through, Cam wouldn't come to the car show. I'd be in the parking lot. He'd come to me, yo, Flex, what up?
Because we was all
no hat, no nothing. I said, what you doing out here?
Embedded in the street, niggas. So you know, there was a gap between Sony and the Roc-A-Fella deal.
And he was getting that bread.
And in that gap, we all had to get to that bread. You dig? Like, I just chose to stay in the city with it, but he was reporting to the same block I was on to do whatever he was doing. And, you know, we was out in Carolina just having fun and shit like that.
I'll be honest with y'all. Jimmy sound like somebody's like upset little brother. You know, things don't go his way, and he's upset about it. Now, 3 days after this appearance on Funk Flex, Camron went live and responded to all this. Let's get into that.
We kind of kept the name, and Digger also. We got a producer named Digger. We kind of kept the name Children of the Corn. So Digger was talked about in this story. Digger is my child friend, literally literally 6 years old. The real 6 years old. And he always did beats. He rapped too back in the day, but he always did beats. Six-figure digger, always did beats. So he had little home studios and little gadgets back in the days that the average person would have. Nowadays, everybody can get whatever, but he would go get turntables and all this stuff that people wouldn't have. So we started doing mixtapes and, not mixtapes, we started doing songs in his crib in Esplanade Gardens. And we was like, word, he out the studio. So me, Mace, and Bloodshed used to be at Digger's house doing little, you know, little raps. We didn't even take it seriously. It was like, come on, man. Like, we didn't, this Diplomat shit or record deal shit was far-fetched. It wasn't even some shit that we thought about. So, cool. We doing stuff. So now, time goes on. Mace, I went to college. Mace is a year older than me. Mace went away to college first. He went to college and he got kicked out and came back and met this dude named Kuda Love. Kuda Love taught Mace how to be pretty. He was Murder Mace, Tough Rhymes, all this other stuff. Kuda Love is the dude who taught Mace, like, nah, Playboy, you gotta rap for the girls. Yo, you the one who gotta do this for the females and all this other stuff. And Mace followed that, and he met Puff, and he ended up getting signed with Bad Boy. So it's like, oh shit, you know, Big L was one thing, you know, because not dissing Lord Finesse and DITC, them niggas was dope. The whole DITC was dope. But you know, Puff had this flamboyant shit about him. So it was like, oh shit, this is next level shit getting signed with Bad Boy. Oh shit, the way Mace got the wave right now. You know what I'm saying? So Mace didn't have an album out yet. So he was running around, you know, just with the deal. So pause that right there because I skipped over the part. So we doing mixtapes. Back to when I was saying we doing mixtapes. Me, Blood, and Mace. I would see Jim from time to time. My grandmother lives in 1199. His aunt lives in 1199. So, you know, on the weekends you go see your grandmother, or twice a month you go see your grandmother, whatever. I would bump into him there and be like, okay, what's up? You know, just some what's up shit. Hey, what's up? What's good? He like, yo, Ken, what's up? I'm like, ain't nothing, man. He's like, yo, I heard y'all on the mixtape, on Ron G mixtapes, doo-wop mixtapes. He's like, yo, I heard y'all, you know, I got the crib. My grandmother passed away. God bless the dead also. Come through, come hang out. So we like, all right, cool, whatever. But we wasn't really hanging out with Jim. And there's no shade. We wasn't really hanging out when we knew him, but we wasn't really hanging out with him like that. So we see him again. Yo, come through, man. You know, I got the crib. Y'all can come hang out, whatever, whatever. So we like, yo, you know, at this particular time, I had just got kicked out of college. Mace had the deal, but the money ain't sink in yet. He just got the deal, so he's still living in Harlem with Kuda Love. And we like, yo, fuck it, let's go see what's going on in Jomo house. His name was Jomo, and I'm not, this is no diss. His name was Jomo. So we like, yo, let's go to Jomo house, you know what I'm saying? So we go over there and hang out, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had the crib, because this time, I'll stay with a bitch here, stay with a bitch there, stay at my grandmother house, stay at her house. I never had nowhere to go. Always had somewhere to go. I could have went to my grandmother, her house, whoever. But we used to go over there and hang out so we could smoke weed, whatever, vibe. So we was hanging out over there for a while, a few months, and Mace was like, yo, Jomo, if we gonna be with you, learn how to rhyme. You should learn how to rhyme. And Jim was like, I'm not gonna call him Jomo because y'all be taking shade, but he was like, I don't know how to rhyme, man. I don't really know how to rhyme. Mace was like, yo, it's easy. So Mace taught him the kind of format we was using to rhyme. And Mace was like, yo, do this and do it like that. Mace taught Jim how to rhyme. I'm not taking a little bit of credit for that, not even a little bit. Mace sat down with him in the room, yo, do this and do that. And Jim started taking it more seriously, like, all right, maybe I can do it. You know, beginning, it was rough. You know, everybody in the beginning learning how to rap is rough. So Mace kept telling him, yo, do this and do that. Cool. So, you know, Mace is in the street. Everybody knows Mace got the record deal. Everybody's on Mace, yo. He running into beefs in the street. I'm out there basically holding Mace down when he's in the street. He getting trapped in bitches' cribs on Kingsbridge Road. stuck in a bitch crib, her boyfriend downstairs, he can't get him out. I go get 20 niggas, go get Mace out the crib, all type of shit when he first got signed. This had nothing to do with Jim. This is just before Jim. Everything before Jim, I'm telling you. So, cool, Mace ran all type of beef because nobody signed with Bad Boy from my neighborhood, which was the most popular label. So what happened was, Jim must have heard some shit that niggas was talking shit about Mace. So he told Mason, we was in front of his building, and he was like, yo, nah, niggas on so-and-so street said they gonna fuck you up and they ain't got no problem, and they got a problem with you, and fuck you, yada, 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 yada. So Mace had the attitude like, what? So you stood around and niggas talking shit about me and sat there and listened to him and didn't say nothing and didn't do nothing? Yeah, all right. So basically, me and Mace talked later, maybe a day or two later. He's like, yo, I'm not fucking with Joe Mo because he around niggas who talking about me. And if you fuck with him, that's on you. But I'm not being around no niggas who talking about me and you gonna stand there and let them talk about me and not defend me and say nothing to me, say nothing about it. So he basically was like, he ain't fucking with Jim. So I was like, damn. Now at this time, Mace started moving a little funny. So I'm like, damn, you know, we've been at Jim houses going on maybe like 10 months, going there, hanging out over there, Bloodshed, me, or whatever. Not living there, hanging out there. So basically, Mace heard Jim, and then, but Mace was doing funny shit. Mace started now the album come out next year. So Mace getting millions, and now that I'm older, I kind of see the position Mace was in. At this time, Mace was older than me, and I was young. I couldn't understand how he was moving, and I didn't respect it. I didn't really respect the shit. I'm like, yo, this nigga here, we flying to Seattle doing the show. He put us on commercial. He take private by himself. It's 9 seats on private. This nigga fly private, though he could be alone on the plane plus commercial. He's doing all type of crazy, weird shit, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, man, you know what? I ain't fucking with Mace no more neither, you know what I mean? Because this dude is moving funny, and I know him. This nigga, like I said, we grew up together. I knew Mace literally since I was 10 from playing. Started moving funny. I'm like, yo, I ain't fucking with this nigga. But you gotta realize Mace was 22, 23 years old with about 7, 8 million. I know some niggas 30, 35 years old that wouldn't know how to act with 8, 9, 10 million dollars. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't understand it back then because I was just in the mix with him. But yo, you gonna lose your mind. You 22 years old with $10 million. It's cool. You gonna lose your mind. You definitely gonna lose your mind. So I was like, yo, man, fuck Mace, man. I'm a fuck with Jim. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily fuck with Jim, saying, this my nigga, I fuck with me.
So I know that everybody thinks that Cam and Jim Jones are best friends and all that, and it would look like that too. I was under the impression they was like, you know, pretty tight friends as well. I was under the impression that they grew up together. I was also under the impression that Jimmy was from Harlem. Jim Jones isn't from Harlem. Jim Jones' grandparents stayed in Harlem, so he would be in Harlem from time to time, and that's how he even knew of Cam. Now, Mace and Cam grew up together. They're both from Harlem. They've been friends since they was younger. They was even hooped in some super basketball game. Both of them was supposed to go to the league. They was both nice. They're actually friends. Now, Mason Cam start a podcast. It Is What It Is podcast. It's a sports show. I feel like Jimmy didn't like that either. So he started sending shots that way. Now, I'm going to tell you this too. I think a lot of things turned when they lost to the Locks in that battle as well. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy starts throwing subs to Cam and Mace. You know what I'm saying? But what we about to do is we about to get to this next clip. And this next clip ties into this stuff from the beginning, right? It's 50 Cent on Camron and Mace's podcast. And what they doing is discussing the issues with Jimmy. And if you ask me, it looks like 50 Cent knew exactly what he was doing, grabbing Jimmy up, trying to stir up some shit. Let's get into this.
Jimmy was not a rapper then.
Right.
He was your man, like on the side, like in the side, just he was not a rapper at all.
Right.
So when balling took place, and I'm looking and I'm going, oh, he having a moment. That's the Lloyd Banks. It's Lloyd Banks thing. He wanted that. he was watching them be that, like Mace be that and Cam be that, and looked at, and it was finally he had one.
Mm-hmm.
And I just looked, and I knew, I just took the shot, Murder, to see, because I wasn't sure he was going to go for it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, we like Jimmy better than you anyway, Cam. Then you got to watch to see how he responds. And then when you see, he like, oh shit, he really like that. Hey, give me this, get me Jimmy. Yeah, tell him we want you at the show, Jimmy. Yo, but that was one of those things I just threw it out and see what. And then when he bit to it, because it was like he was having a moment that not sure that was going to ever happen again at that point. And then he's going, for them, they had records that where, look, I always say this to certain artists, I go, damn, when is he going to have his moment? Like, Fab, I said this to him.
Mm-hmm. Now, you hear that right there. That was straight manipulation by 50 Cent, but 50 Cent always played mental mind games with everybody. I remember when the whole New York was against bro, and he was doing little subtle things, and this is one of those. Again, I told y'all in the beginning, 50 smelled blood in the water, and he knew he could manipulate Jim Jones. If you ask me, Jimmy played himself straight like that. Now, the next clip we about to get into is from a podcast that I'm really not familiar with, but Jimmy was once again dissing Mace and sneak dissing Cam. Let's get into this.
Hey, what's up? This is your boy Jim Jones. Shout out to The Real. You can catch that episode coming soon. You heard? Very dysfunctional. Highly dysfunctional. You heard? That's that dysfunctional shit. You heard? Dysfunction.
Is anybody in the game right now, when you think about this hip-hop shit, that you just don't like?
Some of the niggas that I know personally, these niggas is chumps, you know what I mean? But
you and Mace, y'all don't have a thing?
Fuck, make them stop. These niggas is fig Newtons, you heard?
Ask you something. Have you been seeing what's going on with the Roc-A-Fella and Dame Dash situation? I know y'all was really tight. Y'all still tight, right?
Nah, I ain't. That's over too. But shout out to them, man. Shout out to everybody trying to do their thing out here, man. You dig? It's a cold world out here, man.
Yeah, shit is definitely cold out there. Yes.
So that's not where the dissing stopped. Jim Jones also pulled up to Justin LaBoy's podcast. Shout out Justin LaBoy and his podcast. I didn't even know he had anything going on over there, but shout out to that. And Jimmy continued to speak on Mace and Camron. Let's get into that.
Word, Cam bust out that shit like, we ain't doing this shit no more. Fuck all these niggas, man. Fuck everybody, man. Kill one of these niggas. That was the last time we seen them until it is what it is, you heard?
Keeping it Cam right now. He just did the interview with 50.
For the younger audience, we had like a rap battle thing at one time. And 50, what you did, so we was having interior problems at Dipset. Nobody knew about this. Nobody knew that we was like not on the same page.
Right.
So when me and you were battling during our music thing, you got members of Dipset to come to your show.
Them niggas be on my dick, right? Them niggas ain't got nothing else to think about but Capo. I did a lot for them niggas in their life. You heard? Both of them. Pause, though. Get off of my dirt. There's only space on there for baby girl, man. Come on, man. Tugging on my shit like that.
Yo, you never clear shit up, and we never hear your side of the story. Cam was like, I thought we could pull it together. Next thing I know, I see Jim performing with 50.
That nigga ain't think nothing. He could pull nothing together. He couldn't do nothing with me. He couldn't tell me nothing, nigga. Like, let's not get this shit twisted. Like, nigga, nobody could tell me nothing, nigga. I was my own boss. I did what I did as a fucking soldier, because I was a soldier, nigga. You heard? I had the soldiers, niggas. Niggas didn't tell me nothing. You heard? I did what I wanted to do. I seen the shit wasn't going right, so I started doing what Jim Jones needed to do for Jim Jones, because the nigga that was supposed to be the Don wasn't taking care of the capo. Started feeling like the Gotti movie, you heard?
But what was the point where you realized I'm gonna have to do what the fuck I gotta do, because this shit.
I mean,
there was definitely the last straw.
There's nothing in my memory like, yo, that was the last straw, but it was just the sequence of the way things was going, and then it came to a point where I had to worry about who Jim Jones was moving forward. Then I was worried about anybody else, because nobody else was worried about me. I got to a point where I became famous too. There was a point where all the famous people know me. Then after that, it was like, shit, I'm just as famous as all the famous people. I can't do what I used to do for you. You heard?
somebody got to do that for me right now because I'm super lit. You heard? But I put my life on the line for all of the shit, and you know, and everybody knew that. But niggas wasn't doing the same thing in return.
What's something that stands out to you though, when you realize niggas really wasn't for you? I know you say you've been seeing it, but there's a moment, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Wherever that
feel like
concert
when you start to feel like somebody want to see you do good, but not as good as them, you're like, oh yeah, I know what this move is about. You heard? Everybody don't got the mind of a real leader.
Who reached out to who when you went out to perform? Cause
I had Ballin'. I had the hottest record at the time. My record was hotter than 50's records at the time when Ballin' spanked out and shit like that. When Cam did this shit with calling the station up over the cot shit and all that shit, I felt that was childish. That wasn't, like, you don't press no real buttons and you're not about to come outside when it's time to really get active, nigga. So how dare you do some weak shit like that that really didn't hold no merit? Like, you start going crazy over Koch, over a white man that been jerking us since we got signed there, and whatever backdoor deals you had with him serves you more advantageous than it served me. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, so when that shit went on, I was like, that was kind of weak. That was corny, because at that time, there was no real beef. We was just the most powerful groups of individuals that's running New York at the same time. So in my mind, I was like, it's more advantageous for us to try to figure out how to start to move and do tours and really go crazy and figure out, because that we were sizzling, but this nigga was on Mars, nigga. These niggas wasn't doing regular shit. These niggas was doing fucking arenas every night. We doing clubs every night. We got the city and the urban communities on fire and shit like that. In my mind, I see an opportunity for us to really start. You heard? Like, we had all the power and shit like that. My mind ran different and shit like that. So when he did that, I'm like, damn, I fucked all that up. You heard? And then it was like, now you want to start a beef with these niggas over what, though?
So you never understood why he started beef with them?
Nah, I didn't understand that. I heard what the nigga said, oh, Koch was a graveyard and all this type of shit. I didn't give a fuck about none of that type of shit. You heard? Like, and it really hit me. I was on fire at that time. I don't care about what you say and shit like that. We on an independent label getting stupid though. Like, we did shit that nobody did in the game. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, that shit was whack. I don't like how this shit is going. I gotta start really doing shit that's gonna benefit me, because niggas will seem like you won't want to see nobody else win.
Right.
And I need to win. I gotta win in spirit. So, you heard? I didn't put all this work in for nothing. You dig? I didn't teach myself how to rap for nothing. I didn't jump all on this game to be famous for nothing. I need to capitalize and be just as famous as the most famous, most successful rich person in this game also. I'm now in the game.
I still gotta know, like, how did that work, you performing? Like,
they called me like, yo, you wanna come out and perform at the show? Shit, yeah, I got the hottest record, I'm popping out. And I wish a nigga would look at me sideways, think they gonna do anything funny. I'm with all of that. We'll boom this shit up. It'll be nasty in New York. That's how I was living back then. That's what I was on. I wasn't on nobody's friendship. I was in there like a pirate. What's up? What's up? That's how I was. You dig? Like, hope everybody be calm, because y'all know this shit gonna go way left real quick. You dig? I'm here for what I need out this shit.
Right.
It's that crowd to hear me do balling, and let me get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, so it wasn't no deep thought. Like, this is like, nigga, it's an opportunity. I gotta go.
Yeah, I wasn't going there to do nothing genuine at all. Them niggas couldn't even dress.
Now, by then, it's like, bro, Cam done had enough, bro. I don't really be saying nothing about you. I don't say nothing. But you stay bringing me up in something. You feel away. And these are people who, they do have each other's phone number. You feel away about something, you could get on the jack and just contact that man. Everything y'all been through, wars, music, friendship, you could contact them. But instead, you go on these public platforms and disrespect them. And I'll just be honest with you. I never seen that from Cam. So at this point, Cam just fed up. And this is Cam's response.
Yeah, listen, man. Listen, I'm going to address a couple things, because we've been on vacation. And a lot of niggas been talking since I was on vacation. We're going to start with Jomo. We'll start with Jomo. And you are a guardian angel and designer, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about, my nigga? You are from the Bronx, bro. You are not from Harlem. Why do you keep thinking that you are from Harlem, bro? You are not from Harlem. I did not grow up with you, my nigga. I did not grow up with you. Contrary to what you believe, I did not grow up with you. You are from the Bronx. Did your grandmother live Did your grandmother live in Harlem? Yes. Did you come see her? Yes. Did I see you time to time? Yes. I did not grow up with you. You talk about dick riding down. That's where this old shit, I would have left you alone. I would have left the old shit alone. But listen, dick riding, do you remember how we met, nigga? Pause. Not met, how you got cool with us? This is how this started. I want y'all to go Google Camron 1995 freestyle.
Tenants and pennies with a 44 Johnny honey. And now I'm in Gotti money. Niggas wanna be cool but couldn't piss in my potty money. And let's not my nigga your daughter, fucking anymore, the fucking I scored, running from cops, like a report, sweating niggas like buckets of water. I got the jacket running wrong. It's like looking for a squad. It's like hard tonight, you body shit, my scar.
Don't make it a habit, G, or I'ma extinguish two in your cavity. Cause where I'm from is like a ghost town. We packing toast clown, fuck around. Your bitch ass will get a blown crown. Doggy, you think the way you stay is raw as bloodshed. I make your block hotter than that state that Barkley played for.
Yeah, now go Google Mace, Camron, Cardan, DJ Clue.
Niggas don't understand, son, the bullets in they cap and they can't run. Niggas all on top of you, beat you down with handguns, bust back slugs, but you never get the land one. Run with grimy niggas and die with shit your man done. You dream the world I'm living in. Wanna fuck the bitches I be swimming in. Cute, but don't confuse me as I'm feminine. Wilder than them cats that be rowdy to the Benjamin.
Google Children of the Corn 12-minute freestyle.
Nigga like the blast mags, put niggas in trash bags, so dash bags will get your ass tagged. Hey yo, the gruff been rough for years. I be bucking queers, then throw the ass down the fucking stairs. Step to this and you a doom victim. Hey yo, I'm iller than that shit that fuck up your immune system.
Google Bloodshed and Camron, Children of the Corn freestyle.
Laughed up, I dare to ask to act up. You hear me? Yeah, I'd rather off that you near me. I'd rather have you fear me than have your mother teary-eyed. Flowers, candles, 40 bottles, very died. No, we lied. But the young kid had to show his pride. See, I run with Mr. Kids. You'll have a twisted wig playing R. Kelly when you know my ass Mr. Big.
Are you at any of these places? No, nigga. You was not there, man. You wasn't there, nigga. This is what happened, how Jomo got cool with us. Them freestyles that we just showed y'all, go Google them, have fun with them when you get time. We were popping. It wasn't no internet. Mace, myself, Big L, even though Mace and Big L on the same page, Bloodshed, my man Herb McGruff, we were super duper popping in the street prior to the internet. Everybody knew we was about to get a record deal. Everybody knew this, nigga. It wasn't no secret. Basically, you heard our freestyles. And you came up to me one day when I was chilling in front of the house, you said, and this word to my dead mother, yo, man, I heard the freestyles, y'all killing shit. Yo, you know my grandmother died. If y'all wanna come by and just hang out, y'all could, y'all more than welcome. We like, all right, Jomo, thanks. It didn't really make sense at the time because we like, yo, my nigga, where's Jomo inviting us to his house for? Even though he cool nigga. But it didn't make sense to be going to Jomo's house. More freestyles come out. Yo, I heard the new shit you did. I heard the new shit you did. Yo, you want to come through? Come through. Why? Why are we going to Jomo's house? Cool. One day, I'm leaving Mace's house on the west side, going back to the east side. I stop at Jomo's house. His grandmother died, God bless her dad. And he had a free crib. So yeah, I would bring some bitches over there to fuck sometime. A little crack maybe. I'd be at everybody's house though. I love my grandparents. My grandparents were strict. I stayed at Duke the God house. I stayed at Mace with Cuda. I stayed at her. I stayed at a bunch of houses. I never needed nowhere to stay. You act like niggas on your couch. You was a fan, nigga. You begged us. You are a fan, nigga. A fan. We didn't grow up with you. I am from 140th and Lenox. I am from NFL. Up the block was 40 Wolves. Lou Simpson's on 142nd Cross Square. D. Ferg on number 8th Avenue. I don't see you around none of this. Shout out to my nigga, what's the nigga Final Four Billy and them you started? You not from none of that. So you can sit around and act like you been around all this Harlem shit and everything. You ever see somebody from Harlem try to act like they from Harlem so bad that you got to keep saying, I'm from Harlem? Niggas from Harlem know who's from Harlem. You don't have to keep saying you from Harlem. So that's first and foremost. All this, yo, niggas was on your couch. You were fanned out and you begged niggas to come to your house after you heard all these mixtapes. That's how you got in, nigga. You was so cool. And we was like, yo, Jomo's a nice guy. Mace like, yo, I think I'll teach him how to rap. Mace actually taught you how to rap. Literally. Literally. He taught you how to rap. You'll say it. Matter of fact, bring up the clip.
Mace helped me learn how to actually learn how to rap. Mace taught me how to rap. Mace actually showed me, he was the first person to show me how to rap. Mace actually sat me down and showed me the magic to rap.
We taught you how to rap, nigga. How you ran the whole organization. How you made Diplomat. Nigga, you ain't make none of this stuff. You was a fan. I put you down because you had a free crib and you was a nice guy. That's how you got down originally. Period. Now, to the next point. This all started because I asked 50 Cent a question. Cool. I thought it was cool to ask 50. The shit happened 20 years ago, however many years ago. I thought it was all good. I had no problem thinking, yo, okay. He tricked niggas out their spot, came to the spot. I know 50 said it, and they went under, you know, he was funny. I thought it was funny when he said the shit. But I didn't think it'd be a big deal because you make up with every nigga that put hands on you. But I see the pattern now. If a nigga agree to disagree with you and don't want to take it that route because they got some genuine love for you, you keep going on and on and on. Every nigga that put hands on you or you get to altercation, you cool with them. I see you with C Gutter. Junior Mafia, cool. I see you taking pictures with True Life. It's cool. Man, DC, y'all having sit-downs to work out. Gunshots was let off with that. Y'all having sit-downs to work it out. You tried to chase French Montana out the game. That ain't work out. Y'all got cool. So cool that you go to his video shoot. Pardon me, not his video shoot, his movie. You're sitting in the crowd watching the premiere, and they dissing you in the movie. You in the movie getting dissing. You gotta eat it, just sitting in the crowd. Nah, nigga, they dissing you in the movie that you went to go see, bro. You ever wonder how you met Mano? Ask him how you met Mano. Mano gonna downplay because they cool now. He tried to press Mano one day because Mano first came out. He had a little record where he was saying, dissing the rappers. I don't know he's dissing. He said nigga's name. So Jim Plus see Mano one day and was like, yo, what's up with all that saying my name? Mano said, who the fuck you talking to? Oh, you think I'm one of them niggas? You out your motherfucking mind? Now they the lobby boys. Every nigga that do something to put pressure on you, you sit there and work it out. But when niggas got a little genuine heart for you and all that, cool, that's the pattern. If they don't put hands on you, then you can keep going on and on and on. And I ain't promoting none of this. I think it's cool that you cool with everybody I name. You gonna be 50 next year, nigga.
Fair to say that's a good point. Like, yo, my boy, you having beef with all these people who you don't know nothing about, but we supposed to be as tight as we are in a group and everything else done made history and legacy, but you won't piece it up with me. That look away, Jimmy. Just throwing that out there.
I'm happy that you cool. I'm not saying this to stir up no feathers. I'm not saying that to backtrack on any beef or go anything like. I think it's really cool. But the niggas who do this, you cool with, and then the niggas who try to handle it sophisticatedly, you keep going on and on like niggas give a fuck about all that shit, bro. Niggas don't care about none of that shit, my nigga. Niggas don't care a little bit, my nigga. That's first and foremost. I'm gonna wrap it up with a couple things real quick. What I'll finish with is this, man. I'm never here to downplay your character. As much as you try to degrade my character for years and push me under the bus and say, I ain't start this and I ain't do that, and you started Pink and you made the Diplomats, which is just, if people choose to believe that, then look, I got a bridge in Brooklyn I can sell you to, my nigga. Period. But at the end of the day, my nigga, I'm never trying to downplay your character. And I didn't know all this shit was going on because I was on vacation. I came back a few days ago and seen all this going on. And it's like, for instance, right? I see you post the shit, Cam let me get jumped in Roc-A, this, that, and third by 8 niggas, this, that, and third. I'll let niggas tell that story however they want to tell it. I don't give a fuck. I seen the story one time when Little C's was telling the story. I mean, me and Little C's is cool. And Little C's told me he punched me in my face. Really? And me and C, I seen C's, really? No, I'm not dissing C's, but no. Little C's never punched me. But if you go to his internet story, that's what he said he did. And like I said, I ain't got no problem. I seen C's, we good. But to keep running around with these 25-year-old stories, do you ever hear me talk about when you ran on me when BMF pulled up? When you ran in the hotel, they chased you to the beach. All them niggas, and lucky, I had my shit on me and my man Jojo, I ain't gonna say his name, Spanish nigga, you know him. The Spanish nigga who don't care about life, who was with me, is like, who all these niggas coming? I said, oh, they come this way. No, and this no disrespect, because Blue's my nigga, Meat's my nigga, all that. And Blue Da Vinci just told this story on his platform or whatever platform recently. He got it 89% right. It's a little off, Blue. I'll tell it on Talk with Fleet, my perspective of what happened. But at the end of the day, I don't be out there pumping. They chased you to the beach, nigga. You was in the sand. You was getting wet from the water, from the ocean.
I can't even lie to y'all. I love when them Harlem niggas talk when they start popping shit. Yo, this a nigga can't say, yo, they ran you to the beach, to the water. You got wet from the water. Like, yeah, nigga, you get wet with water. Like, nigga make that shit sound super bad. Hey, between him and Murder Mook, I love how them niggas talk. Hey, them niggas ran you to the water down by the beach in the ocean. You was in the sand. You got wet from the ocean water. That's crazy.
Me and Jojo was laughing about that 3 months, some cool shit. Cool. I don't pump all that shit, nigga, because I ain't trying to make the great Shakira. You know why? Because the revolution was televised, nigga. That's why I'm here, nigga. That's why I gotta work like that. That's why me and Murder is here, nigga. The revolution was televised, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? And I'll wrap it up real quick with this, nigga, because I'll be here for an hour. We got other shit to do. Stop tricking niggas out their freedom, bro. Because niggas get around you to put themselves in better situations, bro. Not to be in worse situations than they was before they met you. You get, do you understand that? I don't know if you understand that. That's why niggas come around, but then you send them on dummy missions and trick them out their freedom. Max is doing 75. I know you don't give a fuck. Jaja just wanted to be a rapper. Jaja had 10 years, my nigga. We don't know where Jeter at. Stro is just missing. I don't know what the fuck happened to Stro. Slicey, 12 years. His godson, that was 13 years old, 8 years. Shotty, he was trying to be 12 years.
Damn, I ain't even gonna lie. That might be a hard pill to swallow for Jimmy. When you hear about all those names, all those people, you know what I'm saying, that Jimmy had relationships with and they all locked up. It's like, bro, you are the common denominator and all that. That's wild, my boy. I just want to point that out. Like, you know, at times, you know what I'm saying, you could try to look out to everybody else like, hey, you did this, you did this, you did this, but what role are you playing in things? Again, that's a laundry list of people, bro, who is connected to you who's now locked up or dead. That's disheartening to hear, bro. But let's get back to the story.
And I know you love Mel, because I love Mel Matrix. That's my brother. I love him. That's your man more than my man, and that's a fact. I'm not denying it. But you said when he come home, he gonna be the triple OG. Get that man a job, my nigga. Get him a job. He's the triple OG before he went in. Make sure he getting a job, getting six digits a year. That's what it's really about. As much as that side, I don't know if they fuck with me or not. I ain't talking about this situation. You know what's gangster? Emery is gangster. Emery that had a Puma, creative, whatever the fuck he doing. It ain't even like jail back on his plate no time soon, and they ain't never going back. You know what's gangster? Biggs is gangster. Biggs come home for jail, still got a stake in Roc-A-Fella, whatever him and Jay-Z worked out, that's cool. Or whatever, he got St. John as artist, he working with Drink Champs. That's gangster. Not throwing niggas back in the pot that eventually do something that could get them back in the same situation. And I'm not saying, if you got something lined up for Matrix, I'm shut the fuck up. My bad, I apologize, but I don't want that for Melly because I give a fuck about Melly. Whether he care about me like he used to or not, I still my nigga. I got love for Melly, so hopefully that'll go right. But this is gonna be the last time I address this. I did this 10 years ago. A lot of people seem like this is new business. When Jim wanted to go to Roc Nation, he sat there and was crying on Funk Master Flex. saying I did this, did that. We did this whole thing 10 years ago, bro. I'm not doing this every 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Whatever you got to say after this, good luck. I wish you luck. I got other shit to do. A lot of people don't even realize the Dipset movement was from 2001 to 2006, 7. It's 2025. What are we talking about here? If it's people interested in the stories, I dig it. I understand that. Me, from 2007 to 2025, I got other shit to do. This is not on my motherfucking plate. So I wish you all the best. I don't care what niggas say after this. I'm not addressing it no more. Believe what you want to believe because I got other things to do.
Now, all in all, I don't think it take a rocket scientist to see that Jimmy is a bit emotional. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they have going on personally, right? Because we can never know that. But when I just see everything that I just played, how I just mapped this all out, you can see where things kind of stem from. And it seemed like Jimmy just want to be the guy or involved. And at the end of the day, Cam tell you right there, we was not even friends like that. You know what I'm saying? We was cool, but we wasn't friends like that. Everybody think we grew up together and you from Harlem and this, that, the other, and it's just not the case. You know what I'm saying? But what I do want to say is shout out to Dipset, man. Legendary group. I hope these fellas can find a way to get things together. But I also want to say this, Jimmy, you got to chill, gang. You got to chill. Just get in your bag, bro. It seems like you're a bitter little brother or something like that. And that's just my opinion. I like all of them. I'm going to just say this. In my opinion, the coldest nigga in Dipset was Freaky Zeke. Shout out Freaky Zeke. I don't know where he at, but that was my guy. The Book of Ezekiel is a classic album. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, man, Jimmy, you got to chill. You got to chill, Jimmy. And you get more flies with honey. You just can't go on everybody's public platform dissing Cam, and really all you want is some love. Straight up. But if this is your first time to the channel, please like, subscribe, comment, and share, please, and thank you. We need that for the algorithm. If you could go to the top of the page, smash that Instagram link, follow me on Instagram, shoot me any content y'all want me to react to there. Also, join up in the Discord. Good people, positive vibes, all the time. I can't tell you that enough. Smash that TikTok link, follow me over there for any content that I post there as well. And y'all comment down below and let me know what y'all think it is. Is Cam foul? Do Jimmy got a point? What's going on? Y'all let me know in the comments. It's your boy Gangland Neem. Peace.